Blackhawks are coached by Mr. Cole.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're live from Dragon Stadium for Boys of Varsity Lacrosse, with Lake Orion facing off against the Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks. I'm Barnabas Kish, joined here by my partner, the one and only Brooke Racine. Brooke, what do we have in store for us tonight?
Well, Barnabas, I'd say get ready for an electrifying match tonight as the unbeaten home team, the Lake Orion Dragons, takes on the Blackhawks. The away team just came off their first win of the season against Troy 2 nights ago, and they're hungry for another. This promises to be an exciting game that's not to be missed. I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Get ready for an unforgettable night of lacrosse.
Well, it's an absolutely picturesque day here in Lake Orion. We've been having some great weather. We've got temperatures in the high 70s, cool breeze for the teams to enjoy.
Well, with all the cold weather we've had for the last 3 months, it's pretty nice to have a change.
Exactly. We've got the teams coming up on the field right now, ready for their first face-off. Just as a reminder, the Dragons are currently 3-0. They've taken down White Lake, Seaholm, and Rochester Adams. The Blackhawks are 1-2. They just had their first win at their last game. They won against Troy, but have suffered defeats against Walled Lake Northern and Rochester Adams.
Yeah, the Troy game was a really close game as well, with the Blackhawks coming out 9-8.
Exactly. We've got the teams forming up now.
On the face-off.
For the face-off, we will have Jamison Rain. Lake Orion won the face-off. Rain brings it up the field. Passes. That's Winter. Now Gannon. Rain back up. Still has possession. Passes on over to Vasquez. Still tentative, just poking around. Looking for an opening. Passes over to Haynes. Drives up. Still looking for an opening. He's being defended against by Brodsky. Shoots and scores. That's Haynes.
Goal by number 21, senior Sam Hot Rod Haynes.
Here for the second face-off.
Fisher Moise on the face-off.
And we go. Lake Orion almost getting the upper hand, but Bloomfield Hills will take the face-off. That's Frankfurt running up with the ball right now, looking for an opening, someone to pass to. Being defended against by Bonham for Lake Orion.
Yeah, some really good defense there.
Out of bounds.
Penalty on the play. Offsides on Lake Orion.
All right, so we're going to have the ball go to Bloomfield now. That was an offsides for the Lake Orion Dragons.
Exactly, Brooke. Bringing the ball up now, looking for a way to score their first goal for Bloomfield Hills.
Seconds on the penalty.
That's Brodsky again. Has the ball right now. Passes it on over to Dykema. Dykema again. Brodsky. And Michaelos back to Brodsky. Just passing it between each other. Momentarily loses the ball, but regains possession. Brodsky again. Just passing the ball around at the moment. Still looking for an opening.
Lake Orion's pulling up some really good defense right here, really outside the 12.
Shapiro with the ball right now. And the ref is blowing the whistle. Lake Orion has the ball again. Passes it back to the goalie. That is Garrettson starting as goalie for Lake Orion. Lake Orion has brought it up the field again. Currently with Gannon. Driving it up the field. Misses, unfortunately.
It's a good save by the goalie right there.
Yep, that is.
All right.
Yep. It's driven, but fortunately for the goalie, can't save twice. So that's goal 2. Luke Gannon scoring for Lake Orion. We're at 2-0 for the score right now. So again, the teams will find themselves in the middle of the field for their face-off. That's Jamison Ray for Lake Orion. And with the whistle, we'll see a little tussle for the ball. But the ref is unhappy about that.
Joey, how do I make it less?
Lake Orion has possession. That's Bonham with the ball. Excuse me, that was Winter. Parker, Andrew Parker. Momentarily losing possession, but no worries there.
Yeah, it's a great recovery. Ground balls are very important in the game of lacrosse. Whether getting one or not can determine possession. You can be running down the field and you're all good, and then all of a sudden you drop the ball, the other team gets it, and all that hard work is over.
Yep, it's very important for all teams. We've got a timeout here for the Blackhawks. Blackhawks are coached by Jerry Meter, while the Lake Orion Dragons are coached by Ron Hebert.
All right, well, Barnabash, did you know that ONTV has its very own internet radio station? You can create your own podcast or radio show. For more information on the radio station, give us a call at 248-393-1060.
We've had a more of a one-sided start to this affair. Lake Orion is up 2-0. There are 8 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock right now. Again, Bloomfield Hills has taken a timeout, their first of the game. And we wait for play to resume. Brooke, what does Bloomfield need to do to turn this around?
Bloomfield, I feel they kind of need to up their defense a little bit, because what happened over there in that last goal was that their goalie saved it, but the ball kind of came out, and then they kind of had this little ground ball scramble, and there was kind of a little intense moment in the center, and then Bloomfield obviously didn't gain possession, and they kind of caught in the chaos. They let Lake Orion score, so.
Just happened to slip through.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Now after this timeout, ref blows his whistle to start play.
And Bloomfield has possession.
Passes it on over to Brodsky. Brodsky goes to and misses his teammate Samaro. So that'll be Lake Orion possession. That'll be Giacalone with the ball. Back to their goalie, Garrettson. Garrettson will pass it on up. And Diani will receive that.
That was a great pass down the field.
Very important for them to be connecting with their passes. That's Bono with the ball right now. Back to Diani. Excuse me, that's Vasquez. Eyeing up his options right here. Goes and passes over to Winter. Can't quite connect. And intercepted.
That was great.
Ooh, no goal there though.
That was a good save by the goalie. It was right in the corner.
Goalie's really
wow.
earning his money here. Great saves over there. Lake Orion has possession right now. Vasquez driving up again. Trying to outrun his opponent, Kaplan.
Their possession will be given to Lake Orion.
Not good for the Blackhawks. Lake Orion seems to be having the majority of the possession for the start of this game. Bloomfield will need to turn that around. Passes it in to Parker. Now with Gannon. Gannon will make a break for it. It's covered off though.
Ooh. See. Okay, right now we got a good recovery.
Jones has the ball. Eyeing up his options. Looking for his teammate. Manages to score.
That was a really good shot, especially low there with that kind of underhand. That was really good.
Zach Jones, that's, I believe, his first goal of the game. It's Lake Orion up 3-0 now. Up for the face-off. Lake Orion has gotten the upper hand for 2 of the face-offs so far. Doing the same again. Lake Orion has the ball. That's Alec Fisher running it up. Passes the ball over to Kyle Winter. Over to Andrew Parker. Behind the crease right now. Kyle Winter again. Over to Jackson Vasquez. Just eyeing each other up right now. None of them really making a move here. Staring down his defender. Still Vasquez. Really biding their time, aren't they?
Yeah, we have people, coming up trying to get the ball, but they got a defender on them or they're not seen.
Acton started up again. Andrew Parker has the ball now.
Looks like they're kind of just passing around the outside right now, waiting for either to dive in or waiting for someone to cut up.
Samuel Haynes passes to Andrew Parker, attempts a shot at goal, but misses. Ball's inbounded. Back over to Luke Gannon. Gannon shoots. It's saved. Saved by Eddie Drubrin, who's the goalie for the Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks. Vasquez has the ball once more. Seeing if he can't get a shot in. Passes it over. But there's the connection. Andrew Parker finds the back of the net, making it 4-0 for Lake Orion.
Yeah, nice one. Right in the corner there as well. Lacrosse players are taught you obviously don't want to shoot at the goal. You want to try to aim for the corners because those are going to be their trick spots, the ones that are kind of hard to grab.
Exactly right. It's important to not only be on target and hitting the goal, but also hitting the right area of the goal. Once again, we've got a timeout. That's the Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks taking their second timeout of the game. They're obviously down 4 points right now. I guess their coaches will have some talking to do.
All right, so Orion Neighborhood Television and the LHS Dragon Broadcast Program have partnered to produce live streams of dozens and dozens of Dragon sporting events throughout the year, including tonight's game. You can watch games live or on demand, plus they are on our channel. Look for us on Comcast Channel 22, and if you live in the Lake Orion area, in Channel 99 on UVerse. You can also find On TV on Roku. Live stream subscribers have access to countless other games from all around the OAA, the state, and the country. Half of the revenue from online streaming subscriptions goes back to the LOHS broadcast program. Learn more about our upcoming live schedule at www.dragonbroadcasting.org.
Got just under 5 minutes left to go in this quarter. The Lake Orion Dragons have built themselves a solid lead. Will they take their foot off the gas? Will Bloomfield Hills rebound this game? Give us a little bit more action.
I mean, we'll see.
Maybe after this pep talk that their coaches give them, they can turn it around.
Maybe so.
We're just wrapping up this timeout here. The Dragons are slowly filtering their way onto the field alongside the Blackhawks. Dwice and Jamo on face-off. And here we go. That's the Blackhawks winning their first face-off of the night. That's number 14, Costa Michaelos with the ball right now. Looking for a way out of his situation. Back to Nick Dykema. Passes it over to Noah Kaplan. Kaplan looking for options. Finds a pass over onto Reed Shapiro. Aggressive defense from the Dragons. Shot an attempt at goal, but missed. No worries for the goalkeeper there. It's Dragons' ball. Over onto number 26, Michael Bunham. Brings it up the field. Back over to Andrew Parker, who's just scored. Bring it behind the crease was Luke Gannon. Back to Andrew Parker with the ball right now. Jukes out his defender, Braden Brodsky. So with Parker. Passes it back over to Luke Gannon. Ooh, attempts a little bit of a trick shot, but unfortunately could not make it connect.
Tried it behind the back there, but fortunately it didn't work for him, and it is Lake Orion possession.
Might have been an attempt to be flashy, but I guess with 4 points up, there's no problem doing that. Ball's right now with Zachary Jones. Once again with Andrew Parker, attempts a shot, but no good. Once again, Lake Orion possession. That's Kyle Winter bringing in the ball. Passes it over. His teammate momentarily dropping the ball, but regaining possession. The ball has found its way back to Michael Bonham.
Get that ball!
Lake Orion poking and prodding at this Blackhawks defense, hoping to find an opening. And there's another shot attempted by number 21, Samuel Haynes. No good. Lake Orion still has possession. It's number 11 with the ball right now, Zachary Jones once more.
Use your body! Get the ball! Use your stick!
Still Zach. Andrew Parker again. Ooh, number 28 right there with the goal. Number 28, that is Kyle Winter.
Getting real up close and personal. The goalie up there.
Once again here for the face-off. That's number 24 for Lake Orion, Alec Fisher. Alec Fisher going for the ball. Bit of a ground ball situation, but Lake Orion seems to find their way through it. Bringing it up the field is number 57, Jack Collins. Passes it over to Andrew Parker. Andrew's been having a bit of an exciting game here today. Lots of shots on goal. Number 28 once more sinks it in the back of the net. That's Kyle Winter.
2 for 2.
2 for 2 in a row.
Yes. That's never a bad thing.
It's never a bad thing. I wouldn't be disappointed in that. The Dragons are now up 6 points. Unfortunately for the Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks, they just haven't been able to find the back of the net on the Lake Orion side of the field. We've got a bit less than 2 minutes on the clock, a minute 52 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, we've seen
We're
Lake
here
Orion with majority of the possession throughout the game.
Bloomfield wins the face-off, excuse me. It's number 4 with the ball right now, Isaiah Rodriguez. Trying to bring it up, but that's quite the Dragons' defense right there. Pushing him around a little bit.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Ref wasn't too happy with what he was seeing. Both teams taking a bit of a step back here, regrouping.
And a special happy birthday wish to Kyle Winter, who just recently scored. Happy birthday, Kyle. We'll see you at
All right, it looks like Winter, who scored 2 for 2. I guess it's his birthday today, so nice little birthday surprise.
Isn't that a good way to end your day, I should say?
It's a great way.
Good performance so far from him. Blackhawks have possession right now. Scooped up for a second, it seemed like by the Lake Orion 32. However, the Blackhawks found their way back to the ball. Current with Braden Brodsky. Ground ball. Dropped for just a second, but that's plenty of time for Lake Orion to find their way to it. Pass almost intercepted. That's number 28 right now, Kyle Winter once more with the ball. Could he see a third today?
Possibly.
With the way they've been playing and the way their strategy has been set up, it's more than likely even. We'll see how he does. That's Andrew Parker with the ball right now, running it up on the field. His defender's starting to shove a little bit.
Timeout, Lake Orion.
So that's a timeout for Lake Orion with 31 seconds left on the clock.
Thanks to Orion Neighborhood Television and Dragon Broadcasting, you can watch LOHS Sports live online all year. We've got a full schedule of varsity basketball, hockey, and more this winter, plus concerts and ceremonies. It costs less than $11 per month to watch sporting events, and half of that money goes back to the LOHS program. Be sure to designate Lake Orion High School when you set up your account. Get started at www.dragonbroadcasting.org. On TV thanks our student crews for their hard work and dedication to bringing Dragon sports to the world.
We have a slashing penalty, 1 minute.
We do have a slashing penalty, 1 minute.
We'll eventually figure out who that is.
Once this timeout ends, the teams will be back on the field for just over 30 seconds to wrap up the first quarter. First quarter has been a sign of clear dominance for the Lake Orion Dragons. Unfortunately, the Blackhawks haven't been able to put up the defense or the attack that they really needed to score a point. They are currently scoreless.
It looks like the teams are coming back out.
Getting ready for the next face-off. As for face-offs, who's been up? Who's been doing better?
Lake Orion for sure.
Absolutely.
Been getting a lot of possessions. Oh, that's right, we're back on Lake Orion, and looks like Bloomfield is the team 1 man down for that slashing call, so they'll be 1 man down for the rest of the quarter.
Bloomfield has possession right now. Briefly losing it. Dragons scoop it up. That's Andrew Parker once more. Looking for a way to seal off this quarter. 5 seconds on the clock. And time runs out. That's the first quarter. That's halftime. Score is 6 Dragons, 0 Blackhawks. We'll be right back.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played. We were responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic students can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game. We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while maintaining a high level of respect for all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Welcome back to Dragon Stadium. We've just finished the first quarter in our varsity boys lacrosse game. The Dragons are taking on Bloomfield as we speak. Lake Orion is currently up 6, and while the Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks haven't been able to find a way to put something on the board. I'm joined here by Brooke Racine. Brooke, how are things shaping up? What can the Blackhawks do to turn this game around?
I think the Blackhawks for sure need to win more faceoffs, because what I've noticed is that Lake Orion has gotten a lot of these faceoffs, and then they've stayed by their end by most of the game. And then when Bloomfield does get their possessions, they're down by their side for like a couple seconds, and then eventually they lose possession, whether a ground ball and an interception, and then Lake Orion takes it down to that side of the field. So
exactly.
I think Bloomfield just needs to be able to hold on to the ball.
Exactly. Possession is key for Bloomfield here.
They need to be winning those ground balls too.
Lake Orion possession. Currently back between 21 and 22, I believe that was. Excuse me, number 1. Just a passing game. A little bit of hot potato for Lake Orion here. An attempted shot saved by the goalie. Number 33, Eddie Jubrin for Bloomfield Hills. Lake Orion manages to sneak it in, though. That's number 21, Samuel Haynes. He's a senior this year for Lake Orion.
Yeah, we got another low shot there.
I believe
again.
that's his second goal of the game.
Yes, it is.
That's 7-0 for the Dragons. We head over to the face-off. Fisher and Rodriguez on face-off duty today. For this one, at least. We'll see if the Blackhawks can win this face-off. It's really important for them. They need to get something on the board. They need to get a move on. It's really important for them to find some momentum here.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, Alec Fisher wins possession. Trucks that poor Bloomfield defender. Bloomfield, I believe, will have possession. As play resumes momentarily. Number 4 for Bloomfield has the ball. That's Isaiah Rodriguez. He was up for the face-off that unfortunately couldn't connect for the Bloomfield Blackhawks. Two flags down on the play.
We had an interception there by Lake Orion Dragons, but it looks like we got 2 flags down, so we'll see what happens there.
Exactly. Exactly 11 minutes on the dot left on the timer for this quarter. Lake Orion hoping to make this an even more dominant victory.
We have 2 cross checks on number 44, 2 consecutive 1-minute penalties.
Number 44, 2 consecutive 1-minute penalties for cross checks. Number 44, that's Evan Kelly for Lake Orion.
All right, so Lake Orion will be 1 man down for quite a bit.
2 whole minutes. However, given how they've been doing, shouldn't be an issue, honestly.
Yeah, no, not really.
Great performance so far. Can Bloomfield do something to use this advantage here? Almost. There's a shot on goal, but didn't quite connect.
All right, that's going to be Lake Orion possession with the goalie getting closer to the ball first.
Yeah, that's how it works here in lacrosse. Whoever's closest to the ball when it goes out receives possession. Lake Orion is bringing it up the field here, looking for their 8th goal of the game. It's number 39 for Lake Orion, Cole Groon. Now over to 28 with possession right now, Kyle Winter. He scored 2 so far. Over to number 18. Winter again. Winter with the ball again. Passing over to his teammate. Winter once more. So just behind the crease, playing it slow. No rush for these guys. We're with 39, Cole Groen.
Yeah, just kind of passing it around.
Looking for an opening to score.
Either someone's got to cut in or the person with the ball's got to make some moves around their defender. And
that's still Cole Groen passing it over to number 18. Still Lake Orion possession right now with Parker Gannon right now. Passes it over to number 21, Samuel Haynes. Goes for goal. That's number 28, Kyle Winter going for goal. Couldn't quite make it connect. I think just hitting off the rim there. With number 35 right now, Jackson Vasquez. Passes it over to number 18.
A good save by the goalie there.
Really putting in his work here. Ooh, brief possession by the Blackhawks. Regained now.
Yes.
There's the chance for goal. Unfortunately, number 14 can't quite get there. That was Costa Michaelos attempting to get the first point on the board for the Blackhawks. Just a bit too far left. Dragons have possession here as we resume play. Over to the goalie, number 17 right now, Alanya Narlock. Passes it forward. A little bit of a struggle to find the ball there. Ground ball. Blackhawks pick it up. Real aggressive recently. Blake Wren will pick up the ball. Slinging it way up the field. Unfortunately, not grabbed by a Lake Orion player. Back to the goalie for the Blackhawks.
Recovered by Lake Orion there.
Bring it up the field. Behind the crease right now. Looking for some action right now. That's number 39, Cole Groen. We're behind once again with Kyle Winter. Looking for an opening, a teammate to pass to. 26, Michael Bonham. Can Lake Orion connect for goal number 8 of this match?
Looks like Lake Orion is just kind of passing around outside again.
No rush, obviously. Samuel Haynes. just over. Ooh, scores right there. Finds the back of the net. Goal number 21. That's a senior, Samuel Haynes.
This is his third goal of the
Third
game.
goal of the game, that's correct. Great performance by him. That's a total of 5 Lake Orion players putting their names on the score sheet here. We're up for the face-off. Shapiro facing off.
All right, the ball is going to go to Bloomfield.
Bloomfield's bringing it on up, looking for an opportunity to score.
I see that defender kind of pushing him to the edge there.
Minimizing the amount of space that Blackhawk player had. Lake Orion will have possession here. It's number 58 who had the ball, Justin Giacalone. Still has the ball. Passes it on over to Blake Liddell. It's number 7 with the ball right now, Jamison Ray. Zachary Jones looking for the ball. A little bit of a tussle for this ground ball here. It's important for Lake Orion to keep possession here. Driving it up the field, looking for a goal. Miss, unfortunately. I believe that was number 7 going for that, Jamison Ray. That will be a timeout once more. I believe it was for Lake Orion. Lake Orion, correct. That's their second timeout of the ordeal. Did you know that ONTV has its very own radio show? You can create your own podcast or radio show. For more information on the radio station, give us a call at 248-393-1060. Lake Orion has been giving us quite the dominant performance right now. They've got 8 points on the board as opposed to nothing for the Blackhawks. We've got about 5 minutes and 30 seconds-ish on the timer remaining in the second quarter. The Dragons have not let up. And the Blackhawks, unfortunately, have not found an answer to the aggressive Lake Orion team.
Yeah, they have not. Lake Orion's been playing some really good defense.
Exactly.
Especially when the ball's down, they're doing those, when you're kind of scrambling for that ground ball. Lake Orion's defense has been doing really well with picking those up and then bringing those down the field.
Whenever Lake Orion seems to lose possession, they seem to regain it moments later. Blackhawks haven't really held onto the ball for many large parts of the game. Every now and then they'll get a chance, might sneak in a shot, but unfortunately they just haven't been able to find the back of the net.
Not really, no. Maybe we'll see a change these next 5 minutes.
Players coming out back onto the field. And here we go. Blackhawks will look to take the Lake Orion ball. It's Michael Bonham with the ball for a second right there. Still has it. Got the pass from Kyle Winter. Bonham will look for an opening. Back to Winter. Winter eyeing the goal. Shoots, finds the back of the net. That's the third goal for Winter. That's number 28, Kyle Winter. He's a junior this year. Standout performance so far from him this game. Equals Haynes.
It's that birthday luck working.
Exactly. That's 2 players for the Lake Orion Dragons with 3 points apiece. Here's the face-off again. Once again, it'll be very critical for the Blackhawks to not only grab possession, but also retain it. Blackhawks have possession. Passing it forward. That's number 23, James Samara with the ball right now. Looking for a pass to his teammate. Still Samaro. Passes it over to Reed Shapiro, who passes the ball along as well. The ball's behind the crease right now. Lake Orion goalie briefly intercepting it and then pushing the ball out. Lake Orion has possession right now. It's currently with number 30 Dominic Novak. With 57 now, Jack Collins. Ball's being pushed up the field again. It's found its way past the Blackhawks crease. Once again with Cole Groen. Ball briefly dropped, but regained by Kyle Winters. Back to Groen. Over with Michael Bonham right now for Lake Orion. Looking at number 13, Logan Little. And passes it to Little. Logan pushing it up. Once again looking for an opening. Shoots. Saved. Lake Orion, Cole Groen has the ball. Running past his defender. And with Zachary Jones right now. Jones looking for an opening. Or shot on goal and makes it.
That was a great bounce shot there.
Exactly. Number 11, Zach Jones. He's a senior this year. Second goal of the game. We've been seeing some standout performances from the Lake Orion Dragons.
Yeah, those bounce shots are always really tricky because it always looks like the ball's coming down, so the goalie puts their stick down, but then it bounces up and then it hits the corner. So they're always hard to tell.
Well, the goalie for the Blackhawks has had quite a bit of work to do today, and unfortunately has let a couple slip through. Blackhawks gain possession for just a moment after the face-off. Lake Orion, number 16, Hunter Swadish, has the ball right now, pushing it up, looking for another chance to score. Attempts to bounce it, bounces it over the net, out of bounds. That's Cole Groen with the ball right now, still with Lake Orion. Running up. There's a chance. And number 18 scores for Lake Orion.
Goal by number 18, freshman Kobe Narlock. This first of the varsity season.
It's Narlock with a score.
It's his first goal of the varsity season.
Exactly. He's a freshman this year for Lake Orion. Rodriguez on the face-off for the Blackhawks. Alongside, I believe it's Jones for the Lake Orion Dragons. Excuse me, no, it's Ray. Blackhawks possession. Briefly loses it and stolen by number 30, Dominic Novak. Novak bringing it up the field for the Lake Orion Dragons. Looking for an opportunity to pass. All the way up to number 22, Luke Gannon. Gannon's pushing up as well, looking for opportunities to score here. Over to 18, Narlock. Scooped up by number 28, Winter instead. And I believe that's out of bounds once more. Bringing in for the Lake Orion Dragons, it's Winter once more. He's found his position behind the crease. Ooh, very close for Lake Orion right there.
Had a great chance to make a goal there, but just missed the ball.
Exactly, couldn't quite receive it. Bounced off his stick. Ball's with the Nighthawks right now, making a play up the field, running along. Passes it forward. Good opportunity. Real close. It's a save for the Lake Orion Dragons. Goalie, number 17, Alanya Narlock, putting in the work.
All right, she's out of the crease, looking for someone to pass to. Fun fact, actually, Alanya is the female goalie on the varsity team for boys lacrosse.
Golden opportunity right there for the Blackhawks, squandered because the reception couldn't quite be made. Nobody else would have stood between that player and the Lake Orion goal. Would have been easy first goal for the Blackhawks. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. Alanya passes it forward over to number 30. Number 30, Dominic Novak, taking it up the field, looking for some options, or with Swatosh. Behind the crease again with Luke Gannon. Opportunities aplenty for him. Winter is available. Keeps running though. And once more, there's a goal. Number 21, Samuel Haynes. I believe that's the fourth goal for him. Sam Haynes really pulling through to this game.
Yeah, you can see he kind of faked out the goal there, tried to think he was going to get the high shot, but then went low instead.
Tricky. That makes it 12-0, Lake Orion lead. We're here for the face-off again. Historically, the Blackhawks haven't done as well as the Lake Orion Dragons when it comes to winning their face-off. And it looks like, after a little bit of a tussle, who's going to come out ahead? Might just be the Blackhawks. Good on them. Now they need to make sure to retain possession as they move up the field. The Lake Orion defense has been very strong and are not to be underestimated. Number 23 shooting for it, save. Another attempt, still saved.
Two saves in a row.
Two saves in a row. Great job from the Lake Orion goalie. It's Alanya Narlock with 2 saves in a row.
All right, and it looks like we are at halftime.
We are at halftime. Well, these first 2 quarters have been quite the setback for the Blackhawks. We'll see if they can regain their momentum, restart their momentum after this break.
There are very few traditions in our country as enduring, engaging, and meaningful as high school football on Friday nights. Every Friday night in the fall, about 7,000 high school football games involving more than 1 million student athletes are held from coast to coast. Football has been a part of our nation's high schools for more than 100 years. High school football fosters a strong sense of community. It is the most popular boys' sport and is our nation's #1 spectator sport. The people in the stands aren't just fans. They're moms and dads, grandparents, sisters and brothers. They're local store owners and neighbors from down the street. They're former players and coaches. And their fellow students. Win or lose, their support and pride for their school and community are always there. Why play high school football? High school football equips young people for success in both the classroom and in life by inspiring character, leadership, resilience, teamwork, discipline, physical fitness, time management, community engagement, and other important life skills. Also through football, students develop essential skills for participating in other sports during the winter and spring seasons. The sport of football provides opportunities for students with any skill and size. The relationships, bonds, and camaraderie built both on and off the field will last a lifetime. The health and safety of students is a paramount goal of high school football. Like other contact sports, there is an inherent risk in playing football. However, the NFHS wants parents to know that we believe high school football is safer today than it ever has been. The following steps have been taken to create a safer high school football experience. Concussion awareness and management protocols for football. Education and professional development for football coaches. football injury surveillance and research studies, restrictions on helmet-to-helmet contact hits and blindside blocks, limits on contact in football practice, risk minimization focus by the NFHS Football Rules Committee, ongoing improvements in football equipment, emergency action plans and AEDs in place and ready to use in schools nationwide. As it has been for many years, high school football continues to be a significant part of communities across the country. The NFHS is committed to keeping the lights on and keeping the game as safe as possible for the millions of kids who will play for years to come. Contact your local middle school or high school to learn more and sign up to play football today.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
I got my start in officiating when a friend told me I should try it. At first I just did basketball, and I got hooked. Before long, I added baseball, softball, football, and volleyball. I really enjoy giving back to the game, working with kids, and working with my local association to recruit and train new officials. I would like to say to anybody that officiating is a great way to help kids and stay connected to the game. We always need new officials. There's help wanted, just listen.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
It helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
I am confident
I am passionate.
I am strong.
I
I
am an athlete.
Girls play today because of those who came first. The leaders, coaches, officials, trailblazers, made possible by the passing of Title IX more than 50 years ago.
No person shall be excluded
From participating
On the basis of sex. And girls have done so much more than participate. From the first MHSAA champions to the latest and newest. Title IX confirmed what we already knew. Girls can play. And they benefit greatly from being involved in high school sports.
I am competitive.
I am determined.
I am fearless. Continue to play, to coach, to officiate. Continue giving back. Because 50 years is just the beginning. You were once inspired by those who came first. Now, be the inspiration for those who come next.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
You join us back here for the third quarter. Halftime's just been over. Lake Orion lead 12-0. Winning the face-off is Lake Orion. They have possession. Number 27 going up the field right now. That's Joseph Brinkett. We've seen an explosive first half for the Lake Orion Dragons, completely dominating their opponents, the Blackhawks. Blackhawks have not found an answer. We'll see in this half whether they can pull themselves up. We still have Lake Orion possession at the moment. It's number 16, Hunter Swadish. Pushing out the ball, looking for goal, finds the back of the net.
Another bounce shot again.
Yep, that's a bounce shot to make it 13-0 for the Lake Orion Dragons. Not even 40 seconds into the quarter, and Lake Orion have already found themselves one more point. We're here at the face-off once again. That's Alec Fisher for Lake Orion. Can't quite catch the backside for the number for the Blackhawk player. But we'll see in just a moment. Historically, for this game, Lake Orion has gotten the better of the Blackhawks for the face-offs. Blackhawks slightly scooping up the ball here. A little bit of a tussle for possession. Lake Orion seems to find it for just a moment before the ball flies outside. Already passed back in. It's Bloomfield holds possession right now, pushing up towards the Lake Orion goal, looking to find their first of the game. Still, unfortunately, way overhead. Couldn't quite get that shot on target.
There we go, Bloomfield behind the crease there.
Ball is with Nick Dykema. Excuse me. Save.
Great save.
Wonderful save, actually, by Alanya Narlik. Good on her for that. Bringing it up the field for Lake Orion. Unfortunately, did not receive. We'll see who finds the ball first. Ball slipping in between their legs. Bloomfield Hills will have possession, passing it up the field, running for the Lake Orion goal. Bringing it over, looking for an opening. Passes. It's with number 4, Isaiah Rodriguez right now. Passes it over to his teammate, number 27, Nick Shanuda.
Looks like he misses that pass, and it is now on to Lake Orion possession.
Could not connect, unfortunately.
You got the goalie looking for someone open. So she's stepping out of the crease, looking for someone to pass to. Well, even further out into the field.
Real brave.
Yeah, it is a pretty brave move.
Finds number 47, Nolan Packett. Down on the other side of the field now. The ball leaves Winter's hand. Intercepted by the Bloomfield player. Bring it up. Pushed outside of the bounds for this game. It was number 4 bring it up, Isaiah Rodriguez with his run. Fortunately couldn't find any success at the end of it. Passing it over to number 27 for Lake Orion, Joseph DeBrinket. DeBrinket has possession at the moment. Looking for a way to increase their lead even more. DeBrinket weaving his way through the players. Ball gets knocked out of his net. Number 28 towing the outside there.
Almost made it out of bounds there. Stepped back in just in time, fortunately.
We're with number 11 right now. That's Zachary Jones. Jones looking for an opening. We're behind the crease with number 39, Cole Groen. Groen running up, looking to make his play. Ball goes over to Joseph DeBrinket. Knocked out of his stick. A little bit of a clash for possession there. Lake Orion will just about nab that ball. It's with Hunter Swadish. Swadish will be looking for someone to pass to here, or finding a way to make a run. However, it's intercepted or knocked out of his hands. It's with number 28 right now. Behind the Lake Orion crease. 28 is looking for an opening. Just tipped out of bounds there. Both teams having a little bit of an issue keeping their ball within their cross. Lake Orion possession, running up right now.
He's looking for someone to pass to. Find someone behind the crease.
It's Winter passing it over. Here's the chance. Saved. Saved by the Blackhawks. Good work from the keeper there. Bloomfield drives the ball up.
Makes it past 2 defenders.
One of the few opportunities they've had this quarter. Fortunately, once again, just misses the pass, can't make it connect. Once again, it'll be Lake Orion possession. We've had a ball slide into bounds, which caused a little bit of a delay there. We're back to our keeper for Lake Orion. Again, that's Alanya Narlik. Now running it up will be number 20. That's Blake Liddell for the Lake Orion Dragons. Passes over to Michael Bonham. We're now behind the crease.
We're giving number 27 the ball.
It's Joseph DeBrinket. DeBrinket eyeing his options. Ooh, that's Alec Fisher coming into play here. Being swapped out.
Looking to maybe set up a play or find someone open.
Finds the way around. Can't quite find the back of the net though. 27 had a shot at goal there, but could not increase Lake Orion's already large lead. With Alec Fisher here, rounding the way over to the center of the field. Alec goes for the shot, but it's saved. Good work from the defense and the goalie. The Blackhawks drive it up. A long distance pass brings the ball into contention for some scoring action. However, I do believe it went out of bounds. Blackhawks possession right now, behind the crease. Lake Orion will find it. Once again, that's been the key issue, I think, for the Blackhawks. Even when they do have possession, they can't quite manage to keep it.
Yeah, whether they miss the pass or they drop the ball.
Slides out of bounds.
Their stick.
There's something that always comes up that just ruins their opportunity.
Yeah. All right, missed catch.
Missed pass. Luke Gen couldn't quite make that jump, unfortunately. It's Blackhawks possession. Number 4, Isaiah Rodriguez, currently with the ball, looking for an opening. Passes it upwards. Now it's on the far side of the field. Can't quite keep it in bounds, though.
Looks like it's going to be Lake Orion possession.
That's correct. Number 47, not quite aware that it was being passed to him. That's Nolan Pacquiao making the mistake. Got to keep your wits about you.
Yeah. Thankfully recovered, though, by Lake Orion.
We're with number 39 right now. That's Cole Grown. He's seen a decent amount of action behind the crease so far. Luke Gannon looking for the opportunity to score. Tries to sneak it underneath. Can't quite make it. Ball is picked up by number 39. Once again, Cole Grown. Pass in the middle to number 16.
A goal.
And that's a goal. Good on him. Number 16, that's a junior, Hunter Swadish. That's his second goal of the game. Lots of repeat scorers on the scoreboard for Lake Orion. We've had Haynes with 4, Winter with 3, and now Swadish with 2. Alongside, of course, Jones with his pair. Not only have Lake Orion managed to have a brilliant defense and been able to keep their possession and regain possession when they lose it, their attack has also been phenomenal this evening. Managing to find the net 14 times. Their opponent, not even once. We're down to below a minute in the third quarter.
We got the ball now in Bloomfield possession.
Just
Missed opportunity for Lake Orion to score a goal there.
Grown just being able to run a little bit faster than the Blackhawks player. Ball has been knocked out. Now it's in Lake Orion's possession. What will they be able to do with it? I believe number 57 has it right now. That's Jack Collins. Passes it over to...
Like he's looking for someone open. Someone to pass to. That player's kind of standing around. Looks like he's making an effort.
Well, on the ground right now. Rush towards it, collected by Grown. However, we do find the end of the third quarter there. The score is 14-0. Dragons have made quite the lead for themselves. We'll be right back after this short break.
got my start in officiating when a friend told me I should try it. At first, I just did basketball, and I got hooked. Before long, I added baseball, softball, football, and volleyball. I really enjoy giving back to the game, working with kids, and working with my local association to recruit and train new officials. I would like to say to anybody that officiating is a great way to help kids and stay connected to the game. We always need new officials. There's help wanted, just listen.
Welcome back, everyone. You join us here at Dragon Stadium. The sun's just about to go down, setting on this game here with Lake Orion, boys of Varsity Lacrosse, taking on the Bloomfield Hills Blackhawks. The Blackhawks have had quite the rough start today.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Not even a single point for all 3 quarters. Lake Orion, on the other hand, has had quite the game already. 14-0 is the score. We've had some key players making a lot of excellent plays. Haynes already has four points on the board just on his own. We also have Winter backing him up with 3. Other individual players have also been doing wonderfully. We've consistently seen Cole Grown grabbing the ball. We're up for the face-off, though. We'll see who wins it this time. Bit of a tussle for it. And Lake Orion find it. This is what we likely have been expecting, as Lake Orion have been winning the majority of the face-offs. And even when they don't win, they manage to find that possession so quickly.
Yeah. We have a ground ball here.
Ground ball collected, though. I believe that's Alec Fisher. Excuse me, no. That's Dominic Novak who collected that ground ball.
Pass a little too far from the stick there.
Yeah, Jamison Ray taking a little bit of a tumble. It will be Bloomfield Hills possession. Grabbing the ball is number 4, Isaiah Rodriguez. He's collected the ball going inbound, passes it over to his teammate, who then passes it on to a number I can't quite make out. Received by number 23 for the Blackhawks. That's James Samaro.
An attempted check there, but the ball managed to stay in the stick.
Once again, we find ourselves in a little bit of a tussle. Ball flies up in the air, recollected by the Blackhawks. Pushing upward, looking for their first point of the game. They've got a little over 10 minutes to avoid that big 0 on the score sheet. We wouldn't want that.
That was a great recovery by the Blackhawks, though, something we haven't seen very much this game, but great for them.
I believe that was James Samaro aiming for the goal, going about a yard too wide to the right. Flying right past his teammate as well, went out of bounds. Blackhawks have possession at the moment. Samaro once more. Once again, looking for an opportunity to either score or pass the teammate. Elects to do the latter option. That's Dominic Perry with the ball right now. Trying to find an opportunity here. Back to 23. James Samaro. Finds his way across the field. Once again, looking for an opportunity. However, ends up out of bounds, I believe. Got a couple players swapping in and out here. And then we'll be back underway. We've got about 9 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock here.
Penalty on the play. Cross-check, 1 minute.
A penalty on the play. We've got a cross-check for 1 minute.
It was like it's a Lake Orion player who's out.
Once again, an opportunity for the Blackhawks. With Lake Orion a man down, it really could be where they make it. However, previously in the game, we had a Lake Orion player, I believe, go out for 2 minutes.
We did,
Still couldn't make it connect in that time. Like, it doesn't quite matter how many Lake Orion players are on the field. Blackhawks just can't find a way to find the back of the net.
Yeah, truly a testament to Lake Orion's defense.
They're doing really well. However, I do believe that's the first point for the Blackhawks. They will not be going scoreless.
We have some happy parents down in the section down there.
Number 14, Costa Michaelos. He's a junior for the Blackhawks. Well, that's at least a little bit of solace for the Blackhawks as they head to their next face-off. Once again, quite the scramble, quite the tussle here. Lake Orion wins possession. Number 44, that's Evan Kelly, running up with the ball, has already passed it on to teammate. They're behind the crease right now. Current with Groen. Groen's been providing quite the solid backbone for the Lake Orion team today. Always available to pass to. We're back with Alec Fisher. Passes it over onto his teammate, Michael Bonham. Bonham with the ball.
Looks like he's trying to signal some sort of play here.
Can't quite find a way to make a sick, trying to outmaneuver the defender that has marked him. Referee unhappy. Lake Orion possession still. It's with Alec Fisher right now. I'm sure the Lake Orion Dragons weren't too happy about getting scored on. They're looking to find more points for their lead. We got the Blackhawks with possession right now. We'll see for how long. It's been one of their toughest issues so far this game. And already look at that, Lake Orion has found a way to not only disengage the ball from the Blackhawks' crosses, but almost collects it too. A couple of substitutions being made here for both teams. We have a penalty on the play.
Looks like we have a penalty, and it looks like it is a Lake Orion player.
I believe that's Alec Fisher.
It's for unnecessary roughness.
Exactly. I do believe he ran into one of the Blackhawks players. Maybe a little bit too much for the ref's liking. However, I wouldn't be too worried about it. That does seem like a timeout, though. We'll see who called it momentarily. Timeout for the Blackhawks.
Be sure to tune in to replays of your favorite games right here on ONTV. Tune in Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 7 p.m. for the most current games in our lineup. Games are also replayed throughout the week, so check our program guide on our webpage at orionontv.org. For replay times that best fit your viewing schedule, also visit our YouTube link for games on demand, www.orionontv.org.
Exactly right. We'll be streaming not only another game of lacrosse, but also some softball, I believe, coming up soon.
Yes.
That was the Blackhawks' third timeout of the game. The Blackhawks have, as I just mentioned a little bit previously, found their way onto the scoreboard. It would be quite the reach for them to get 15 points in a row here.
I mean, we'll see. You never really know. We got...
Never say never.
Just below 6 minutes in the quarter.
A tough one for sure. However, they can definitely make this... Even if they can't find their way to 15 straight points, they can definitely make their loss.
Make up for the drought they have here.
Again, though, it is a testament to the Lake Orion players being able to hold off any points for 3 whole quarters and a good chunk of the fourth one as well.
It really is. We have a really strong Lake Orion team here this year.
As we mentioned, the Lake Orion Dragons are currently 3-0. They've won every game so far, while the Blackhawks have won one game, their last game, against Troy. However, they've also lost 2 games. As a reminder, this is OAA Red, Division 1, District 2. Blackhawks have possession, looking for another goal. I stand corrected. Lake Orion have found their way to the ball. Now it seems like it might not be for long, though. The goalkeeper is able to scoop it up. Ball is forced out of their cross, and Lake Orion will have possession. It's number 39 who will inbound the ball. Cole Grown. Still Grown with the ball.
Yeah, it's always a pretty bold move when the goalie moves out of the crease.
Quite far, too, and it was
Yeah.
quite the opportunity for Lake Orion if they could have found a way to get that ball out of that goalkeeper's crease in a way that it would have moved towards them. Empty goal, easy shot.
Yes.
Bringing it in front of the crease, and a pass to his teammate, number 13, Logan Little. Logan bringing it back behind the crease, looking for an opportunity to either pass or score. Ball, however, dropped out of Logan Little's crease.
Penalty on the Blackhawks, slashing, 1 minute.
We got a slashing call on the Blackhawks, and that's going to be a 1 minute.
We've seen that
penalty.
The penalties haven't really affected Lake Orion too much.
Not really, no.
Will it be different for the Blackhawks? How will they cope with being one man down? Will the Lake Orion pressure finally get to them even more than it has so far?
We'll see. It looks like they're missing either a defense or midfield player there, so.
Even worse.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful, no slashing here. We're with Lake Orion ball right now. Bunch of opportunities for Michael Bonham, who finds number 11, Zachary Jones, who in turn has found another attempt at goal, gets a blocked.
Interception. Ref is unhappy, however.
Exactly. We'll see exactly what's up here in just a moment.
We have a referee stoppage.
We have a referee stoppage.
So we got some new players coming out, some subs.
Yep, among them, number 44, Evan Kelly for the Dragons, along with some of his teammates, swapping out. With such a lead, I'm sure the coach, their head coach, Ron Hebert for the Lake Orion Dragons, is giving some less experienced players time on the field. About 3 minutes left in the final quarter and in the game. Goal right there. That's Kyle Winter's 4th goal.
One of the leading scorers here today.
Joins Haynes. Both of them have scored 4 times for the Lake Orion Dragons. The score is now 15-1 with 2 minutes 40 on the clock.
Rodriguez and Jamo face off.
We're here for the face-off once more. We'll see who gets the upper hand. Historically, Lake Orion
we'll see if Bloomfield
set themselves. And Lake Orion absolutely bolts. Number 7 there looking for a goal. Finds his teammate, full grown instead.
Great catch.
Great catch indeed. Lake Orion bringing it a little bit to the left.
Right, kind of waiting around, looking for a play to make.
Rushing up now. Running grown again. Excuse me, that was Kobe Narlock.
All right, that is going to be Lake Orion possession.
Green possession once again. Less than 1:30 on the clock.
Intercepted by the Blackhawks.
Lobs it up the field.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that.
And a goal.
And a goal. Lobs it up the field. Finds his teammate.
Yeah, with no defenders down there, it was just him in the net.
Golden opportunity.
Hopefully.
.40 seconds now to wrap up this game. Rolling clock, of course. We have a 1-minute slashing penalty on Lake Orion again. I believe that's their third of the game.
Yes.
Fourth even, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Lots of penalties today.
Only 20 seconds. Lake Orion will nab possession here for one final attempt at goal. Can't quite seem to make it work though. And as it's a rolling clock, we've only just got 5 seconds. They probably won't be able to make anything of this final countdown.
All right.
And that is Lake Orion winning the game 15-2. What can we take away here, Brooke?
What a very, very dominant Lake Orion offense and very dominant defense as well, seeing that Bloomfield could only score 2 goals, and then one of them was we had no defenders down there.
Exactly, and those last 2 goals being in the fourth quarter. It just seems Bloomfield Hills could not match up to Lake Orion. Thank you for watching today.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.